If you hold crypto, you need to see this. This is NC Hammer Crypto. My name's Neil, keeping technical analysis short and sweet. And Ryan was asking about Ethereum having a triple bottom or reversal. We'll talk about it. And Unstoppable 805 was asking to learn about my exact strategies. Feel free to join my Patreon account, the middle or top tiers, and I will guarantee spending time with you one-on-one and do my best to try and explain my strategies, keeping in mind 50% of all donations go to save animals' lives. As always, like, subscribe, donate. If you feel the need, animals deserve compassion in life. Shout out to everyone who has become a member, slapped a sticker, or donated. As always, appreciated. So we're looking at Bitcoin, and everybody from day to day starts freaking out, whether it's going up or down. And what I want to point out is I posted the other video today earlier, and it turns out I was pretty accurate from what I was stating. Came up, we tapped this line. However, we are getting a pretty strong candle here and some support within this area. I still believe we may tap this once more and then have one more big pullback. Why do I say that? Because going in previous history, more or less, we had some kind of indecision here. We had a push up. We had an even stronger push up, breaking a downward trend line, but then got an immediate rejection, consolidation below that trend line, and then a further rejection down here to around 74,000, grabbing a bunch of liquidity before ultimately taking off. So let's look at the downward trend line for this. More or less, it's these double ones right here. And we can see that we tapped this. We tapped it once more. We could get a push up, potentially over it, and then pull right back down to this area. It's still a possibility to hit that 80,000. It is looking pretty bullish with this one-day candle, but you can't base your trading strategy on one day. Yeah, it's day trading. It's stressful, but from day to day, Bitcoin controls the market. It could pop up in one day and then immediately be right back down the next day or further in the red. So let's actually take a look at Ethereum. As you see, I've definitely done my own research on Ethereum. Been trading it for quite a while now, as you can see. And let's move into something that actually matters. So triple bottom. This right here, I would not consider a triple bottom just because it's not perfectly lined up. That complete, even if it pushed through here, this got the strong support and wick off. This one, it did tap around the same line, but this one is a little bit higher. So instead of this being really a triple bottom, it's more or less trying to build an upward trend line. Not the best one, as you can see, as it would still be underneath the previous tap. You could always readjust it. It's not the best idea, not the best structure. We could say this is tapping out on this trend line and trying to build higher lows, because comparing this low to the previous low, this orange candle right here, it is still above the previous low here. What was that, back at December 2nd, more or less. So not necessarily a triple bottom. It is a potential reversal though, as it is building higher lows. Volume is kind of picking up. Ideally, you want to be comparing this to what Bitcoin is doing. Even though it had this push up, it doesn't really mean anything. There is quite a bit of volume on that though. I don't have RSI played out. And more or less, we do want to see this hold support. If this can hold support and break this red downward trend line, you may see that quick push up before one last pullback. I could be wrong. We could see it break this downward trend line and just have a continuation up to that $100,000 mark before a little resistance and then breaking over the 200 EMA. We have to wait and see, maybe the next day or two, see how this candle closes. If this closes up here, that would be essentially a bullish engulfing, and it would be a little bit more bullish to the upside. However, we would have to close above these previous highs to have that continuation. So it's got a little ways to go before actually pulling the trigger with Ethereum. Same thing, if we build a downward trend line on this Ethereum, and I might sneak in like one or two more coins because this is going to be a kind of long video. It needs to break that downward trend line. So wait and see what this is going to do. This just pushing over this previous candle doesn't mean much, but volume is picking up. And so if it closes, we could expect a little bit more of a continuation, but also keep in mind we could potentially get that rejection there at that downward trend line. All right, let's try and sneak in H-bar and XYO before my iPad lags out. All right, so H-bar, what's H-bar doing? 11 cents and a half. I might not be able to get XYO in here. I might have to do that on a different one. I might not do it today. Hell, I'm exhausted. Been cleaning the house all day, cooking food, all kinds of shiz. So you see that the channel has been working very nicely. H-bar following the channel, same to XLM. We talked about XLM as well. I did say that it may get rejection on this middle line. We do want to see it cross over that to start getting a little bit more support. But we did get that rejection, the push down towards this bottom trend line. And then we got a little bit of support. So we could expect a little pullback depending on what Bitcoin's going to be doing. If you have not entered H-bar, I would still say wait on the sidelines and see what it's actually going to be doing. It is looking pretty nice. It's working within the channel, but the CM guppy is pretty heavy on the downside, which makes me think that Bitcoin might have that one last pullback to grab the liquidity for a lot of the other altcoins. Just keep that in mind. Don't panic buy, don't panic sell right now. Watch and see what the market will print for you. Let's see what XYO is going to do if I can pull it up. Sunny day, huh? Come on. Like, what the hell? 50% goes to save animals' lives. The other 50% is going to get me new equipment because this is getting insane. It's Christmas, so, you know, feel free. Let's see. XYO trying to build a base is what I'm seeing. Trying to build a higher low, testing this black downward trend line. So let's make this a little bit more legible. This black downward trend line is the real resistance. We see that couple, maybe like a week ago, about a week ago, 10 days or so, it had that major push up and major rejection, pulled us right back in underneath that trend line. The higher low, this line right here was just placed to see where this would end up landing. It did end up building a higher low, which is nice to see, but it's nothing set in stone because it did not close above this previous candle. We want to see the CM guppy get thinned out and this consolidate. I don't want to see a quick movement over that trend line. I want to see a consolidation, slow build up over that, where the CM guppy is getting thinned out and about to flip. Turn a little gray, turn into the green, and then once we get that green go, we could expect that push up towards the 200 EMA that is actually coming down like this. So I want to see this go like this, come in, cross over, and then the CM guppy thinning out right here, and then this is where we get the flip, turning gray, and then start building support upwards. So then this can be tapping off the water and pushing it up to the upside. XYO is going to be an amazing play. You see the volatility that it has in very short time, but it's got a long way to go to hit the all-time high, and don't miss your opportunity. If you haven't entered, I'm saying now is not a bad idea. Keeping in mind, none of this is financial advice. It's just my pure opinion. Hopefully you guys make money from it. And that's kind of it for this video. Like, subscribe, donate, and good luck. Have fun with it. I will see you on the next one.